So this one is my demo project for the Global Vibe AI Coding Hackathon. So I'm gonna be showing you a demo of the application that I built. So my trick for this application is for sustainability and biodiversity protection. So see that in main wildlife protected areas, they still face problems like poaching and there's still yet technology that is being used to cater all these problems. So for this application, I've built an application that is able to monitor different sound in the wildlife. And when a threat is recorded for poaching, the wildlife rangers are notified about a threat. So what I did for this project was I used Amazon Q here, so I could ask question about it and it helped me in building this application. So what I did first was to build a model that is able to classify four different threats that can be had in a wildlife protected areas like gunshots, a human being talking, a gunshot, and a dog barking. So these are some of the sounds that are usually a what usually notified usually a threat when in the wildlife, especially when a dog barks, which means that like there can be poachers around in game parks or in protected areas. So this one is the application that I built. So I'm gonna be going through a demo and I built a Flutter application that is able to do all this. So what it does is, usually this thing is usually done on, on an IoT device, but for this demo, I just created a model that is able to be listened using a phone. And the phone hears the sound, it can just use the model to predict the event of the event happening in the wildlife. So if I click on, this is kind of like the UI of my application. So to monitor, you can come here to monitor different sounds. So I'm gonna click on start listening. So this one, what it does, it's listening to sounds. If it's a dog, it listens to that. So let me click on this one. So let me talk so that it predicts that this is a human talking. So yeah, it comes. So what I did was so when there's a human being talking, it usually predict that as a clips, which means it's a human being talking, and it's showing that it's 100% confident for this. And what it does is also collect the location of the event. As you can see here, you can see that there's a location being recorded here on the application. So I'm gonna dismiss. So it was predicting all the talking that I was doing. So I'm gonna stop listening. Then right now I'm gonna pretend like I'm a dog. So oh this one. So I pretended there's a dog and it gave me a prediction that this was a dog talking. But now since I'm talking, it's predicted that there are people talking. As you can see, there's a change. So I'm gonna try to pretend like it's a gunshot. So stop listening, then start again. So I'm gonna clap a hand for this one. So let me just clap my hands. Wow, this one predicted as a human talking. So I guess this is probably because it has already run this prediction. So what I'm gonna do is stop this one and try again. Right, this one it predicted it as a gunshot. So I'm just mimicking how a gunshot makes the sound. So this is the model that I built. So this is all was about the application. So as you can see here, you can also see the alerts. Here you can see the alerts. It just gives you like an overview of the alerts. And so remember, it gives you the location of the event happening. So I'm gonna click on start monitoring. So this one is kind of like a summary of the events happening. Then this one is kind of like also giving summary. Then it was also giving the location. So this is basically the application that I built for this, and it was really a pleasure because we have seen that main events happen like in wildlife, like there's a lot of poaching that is happening, and there's need for us to integrate technology through this. So this has been a project that I've been building for some time, and through this opportunity, I'm hoping that I can continue it and use an IoT device to deploy this model, which can be later advanced and used also to record different sounds of animals in wildlife, like elephants, to track the movement and the biodiversity of animals. So this is the application that I built. So I'm just gonna give you like an overview of the whole application. So the first thing that I did was to create an API, of course, for getting this model that does this, then create an application, a Flutter application, which is here. Then this was the model part for creating the model. So the first thing that I had to do was to extract the audio files. So I used some audio files from different data sets for getting this one. Then this is where I trained all the model for this one. So as you can see here, so the notebook is still opening. It's gonna take some time, but this is basically it. And thank you for the opportunity.